And it says we're live.
Yeah, lies. Let's see. Yeah.
Usually by the time it's on, you're flashing the coffee sign. So you're right, it lies.
Yeah.
It does lie. If you would like to keep everything nailed down, because it's fucking windy out there.
Yeah.
Donate here. If you like coffee, who doesn't like coffee? Talk to these folks. When you talk to them, let them know you heard about it here, so maybe they'll send us more.
We could not make coffee prior to the broadcast since we didn't have enough time, so Ian has left to go get coffee.
Our peanut gallery is full.
Yeah.
If you like smart ass t-shirts, right here.
Yeah.
Who doesn't like smart ass t-shirts?
Exactly.
And Cedar has joined us off camera as usual. She's hiding in the corner.
There isn't room for me on camera.
That could be changed.
Yeah, we can throw you in here. Oh, the peanut
Also,
gallery.
not being on camera means I don't need to put on my face or anything. So,
The peanut gallery so far is Wally and Tom.
We're supposed to have the notorious Kelly G here any moment now.
Well,
And Ben Hunsinger went to go get coffee because
there are things in life we just have to have.
Yeah. Some folks prefer not to be on camera for various reasons. Not saying anything about wanted posters.
I was going to say something about a post office, but I won't go there.
Mm,
Any swearing heard off camera is John replacing a zipper.
oh,
Zippers are not Jonah's friends.
yeah.
Liz,
Jana had interesting comments the other day about any person who asked her to do another effing zipper.
Yeah, no. Done with zippers.
she apparently is not a zipper aficionado.
Yeah.
I don't mind putting them in. It's the taking out the broken ones.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Brian says Wombat Prime will be here tomorrow. Yes.
Yes. Woohoo!
Yay, Wombat.
Way Wombat Prime.
Yeah, we need a portable Van de Graaff generator.
No, you don't. My hair has always been very fine.
Yeah.
If I get anywhere near a Van de Graaff generator,
It stands up.
and sparks.
And going between the strands.
Yeah. My hair is very fine. What's left of it. That's why you need one.
Differ says the lady we got the puppies from is from North Carolina. She's been here 9 months and is returning to the East Coast because it's too much here.
Too much what?
Wind.
Well, North Carolina to New Mexico is a radical environmental shift.
Oh, yeah. From trees that hide everything to trees.
Everything
It's
that
red
hides
and
trees.
green in North Carolina, not
Yeah.
so much in New Mexico.
And Ben has returned with his cup of coffee.
Yeah.
City Cafe.
Oh,
Ah.
he found City Cafe. There you go.
The black nectar of the gods.
Dust, wind, run.
Dust, wind, and dry. Yes.
Oh,
Sometimes all at the same time. We would just like you to come get your friggin' dust because it's in my front yard,
right.
in my house, in my.
It's like most of North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, and Kansas winds up traveling through here.
Yeah.
Whenever there's a really good windstorm.
I apologize.
We had a conversation because I may wind up with a full siding replacement out of this last hailstorm.
Yeah.
And we were talking about color for the house, and I'm like, whatever it is, it has to kind of coordinate with the dust.
Great.
No, not gray, more like orange reddish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
The dust here is
We're,
very red.
we're in red dirt country.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking more of the automatic fade,
Yeah.
the automatic sun fade.
Yeah.
Because it all turns to gray anyway.
It turns to pink here.
Yeah.
It turns to pink here.
Yeah.
One of the first sheriff's office I worked for didn't buy us uniforms. And we, for some reason, we settled on white polo shirts.
Oh no.
That was your first one.
What?
Yeah. Well, if I wound up Dead Horse Canyon. looking for something. I forget what. I think a kid, but don't quote me on that. And Dead Horse is where is in the Cap Rock
Yeah.
Breaks. So the bottom of it is red dirt. The top of it's caliche.
Yeah.
So as you go down, it goes from white caliche to red dirt. And I wound up, after I got done, I had 2 white polo shirts and 1 terracotta colored one. Because nothing I washed that thing in could get the red dirt out.
Yeah, well, I mean, the mechanism of how bleach works, the chemical mechanism, isn't going to remove.
I
minerals
tried
that have
a
clung to your
2
fibers.
liter bottle of Coca-Cola. I tried peroxide. I tried everything.
Yeah.
Nope. Terracotta.
Oh, go to Georgia or North Florida sometime. Get into that red clay down there.
Never go.
Yeah.
We went to visit my dad's buddy from college for 2 weeks. Yeah, we had socks that were red
Yeah.
10 years later.
Oh yeah. And God forbid you wore any kind of white pants, white shorts.
And we went back to jeans and button-up shirts with badges hanging from the pocket because it was a whole lot cheaper.
Yeah. I need Jack to make Bug Scuffle Sheriff's Office with white polos.
You know, I've seen that I've got Bug Scuffle badges, right?
Yeah.
Bug Scuffle Sheriff's Office badges.
Yeah, Cameron, I can imagine they do get some pretty sunrises and sunsets out there.
We get the best sunrise and sunsets here. Texas has the best sunrises and sunsets. I don't care.
Yeah, because of all the friggin' dust in the air.
Right. Right?
Just like North Dakota today.
Yeah.
Yeah, South Dakota with a touch of Nebraska.
Yeah.
It has the corn, flavored overtones of Nebraska.
Yeah.
With just a hint
Is
of
that a-
bison musk in there.
Yeah.
Is that a hint of Vegas?
Yeah. Yeah. Cindy, who's on here, is from Georgia. She says, watched with Lee, my last favorite cousin, get her butt tore up after sledding down a red clay hill at Easter with her white dress pants.
Ooh.
They were no longer white after that.
Why
Regardless.
would you have white dress pants?
Easter?
And
Little girls.
oh, well, girls.
Yeah.
I'm looking for the Bug Scuffle badge. Give me a second.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. I don't understand why any children's clothing is white. It just makes no sense to me, other than to torture mothers.
Yeah.
It's the notorious Kelly G.
Hi.
About damn time, boy.
My buddy
You
had
made it.
my buddy had 4 boys.
Apparently, he's still on Louisiana time.
Come on in.
So
Oh, there's a whole lot less of Kelly. That's good to see. Hey, Katie Beth.
Hey, Katie Beth, come on in.
hard looking, very good.
Howdy.
How are you?
He's even able to breathe.
Yeah, I can even breathe.
Drag up a chair, Kelly.
Got it.
Oh, okay.
Wherever you want to.
All right.
All
And we got Kelly Grayson in the house
white shirts.
Kelly in the house.
and his lovely daughter, Katie Beth. Good to see you.
Who grew up sometime, apparently.
Yeah, snuck up on us.
Without my permission, I might add.
Yeah.
It's in here somewhere. I've got. So I actually have Bug Scuffle County Sheriff's Office badge design, and I'm Kelly's laughing at me, and I heard plans somewhere about making a swag out of it. So
Yeah.
I'm assuming people would want to buy a Bug Scuffle County Sheriff's Office badge
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can make stickers. So.
stickers.
I've got to make a Whisk sheriff's badge. Whisk, the Waffle
Yeah.
House Internal Supernatural Security Corps.
Oh Lord, everybody's having a. How was your
Yeah.
trip, Kelly?
It was good.
I asked you about your tea. He,
You did that awesome.
You didn't do that in front of camera.
No, he did not. He carefully maneuvered himself so that wasn't
So-
Now,
for those of you who wondering what the hell just happened, Kelly has a T-shirt that says "Ask me about my T-Rex," and when you do, he flips it up and goes, "Arr!"
Over his head so that it makes a T-Rex.
It's got a
It's got a T-Rex face on it.
Oh, it's gonna be one of those weekends.
Which
We'll
we've
see the
all
Hawaiian
needed.
shirt with Ian McRutcher's face all over.
What?
You know, that shirt is almost the color of reactor scrapers.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's not nearly bright enough.
What's that chicken color?
Yeah.
What? You know, it's not that horrendous color yet. So.
Yeah, those of you who don't know, what we affectionately refer to as reactor scrapings, or I do, is something somebody brought to last Fool's Con, and it's kinky liquor.
And this particular one was kinky green.
It's radioactive glow in the dark green, which is why we call it reactor scrapings. And I could not drink it.
It had the flavor of a black beetle, that same chemical flavor of, because I've handled enough beetles that I have definitely inhaled enough of that and know what it tastes like. And that's what that liquor tasted like, was a beetle.
Handling the beetle. Item number 7,438 in Kelly's list of using this information today.
And they poured me, they poured me. I think Kelly actually drank some of it.
Yeah.
I did.
All
And-
I
I
remember was
regretted
after
that.
it was drunk, Courtney was on his lap, and
And there may have been fox ears involved.
Yeah.
And so I've got a cup of it, and I'm trying to drink it. I'm trying to be a good host, and
That's what color it was.
Yeah.
glow.
Awful.
And it glowed in the dark.
glowed in the dark.
So
Like a
I'm,
light under it,
I
and-
remember
I'm
that.
trying to be a good host and drink this shit. And I bring it up, and it hit my nose, and ooh, ooh.
We were trying like heck to get Ian to agree to another anthology.
Not on that stuff. Not on that stuff. Woo! Ooh. It's just, it's the smell of it. Just,
Yeah.
oh. And apparently there are more visually violent versions.
There's a blue.
There's blue and pink, apparently.
It looked like someone dissolved a bunch of green apple Jolly Ranchers in a bottle of Everclear.
Oh.
And it didn't taste as good.
But it didn't taste that good. It did not taste that good.
Oh, James, have fun while you're coding.
What?
James had to go back and do codes.
Codes.
RK says they'll be here in 25 minutes.
Awesome.
RK's on the way. So, and the bottle is just,
Yeah.
no.
It looks like it belongs in the set of Jim.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. You know, it looks like it belongs on the set of NIM, but where the pizza guy delivers a pizza and you can't pay for it.
Yeah.
Can't we work something out?
What is it? Funky loop music?
Yeah.
So what's next in your writing, Kelly?
Still working on Azazel, the sequel to Kindred, and the next entry in the short stories will be probably Suspicious Aloysius, origin story for Aloysius Q. Fortenberry, Waffle House Sheriff, and I got to put Cedar on writing me doing me a cover for the Nosferatu interrogative.
Nosferatu.
Interrogative.
And this, okay,
It's a vampire story.
you now have my attention. Nosferatu Initiative. I like the story or the title is grabby right off the bat.
Yeah.
Let's just say that Janet Spaulding will be a main character.
Oh. Oh.
Janet Spaulding versus a vampire.
Well, hell, that'll be over in 5 minutes because Janet will just kill a son of a bitch.
The swearing will the swearing.
Yeah.
Janet. Okay. Janet Spaulding, we love her to death. she is. She used to be a blogger that Kelly and I linked to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Long time ago.
So did I. Yeah.
Yeah. I won't because I don't know how common that knowledge is. But she works. She is an English professor, which means that when she starts cursing
It's creative.
and virulent,
It's yeah. Drill sergeant say, hold on, let me write this down.
I've known Marines who go, whoa, hold up now. Oh,
She had to stop blogging because one of her students cited her blog
Yes.
in a paper one
Yeah.
time.
Did the student know who she was?
No,
No.
had
No.
no clue. Cited her blog in a paper, and she was like, "Oh my god, I gotta stop."
There's a bit of a problem there.
That is very right more.
Yeah.
so
Yeah. She would make Shakespeare blush. Sir Bess.
she and Nikki Kenyon, I'm gonna get them in the same room one of these days and get them annoyed,
Oh,
and then watch
you
the,
can. I'll be in the next county
Okay.
over.
She
watch the universe implode.
introduces words like "hunted in the fish mitten."
Somebody's getting punted in the fish mitten today. It's like, all right then. Squirrel covers.
Yeah.
Clam out with your clam out.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay, so
Now
What-
you're embarrassing your daughter.
that's the primary job of a father is to
This is
embarrass
true.
his daughter.
This is not unusual, right, Katie Beth?
No, I'm used to it. I'm 21 years of life.
Let's see. Yeah, tonight, tonight, after we have supper, Kelly and I will sit down and record a Rising Tide podcast where we'll talk about Kelly and dig deep into the mysterious background of Kelly Grayson.
What makes that man tick?
Do we really want to know?
No.
Is the
No.
world ready for that?
Offhand,
Things should remain secret.
offhand, I'd say what makes him tick is Shinerbach and crawdads. But
Yeah.
that's
This is
just
true. This is true.
I mean, if I heard stories about grandma, and is Harv as crazy as he tells me she was? I'm like, run.
Where can we find said podcast? We put up a link. I record them fairly often,
That'll be next time.
and then we put the last week of the month. We put one up, and it's usually on a link on our Substack. I will probably put one. I understand there's folks that hate Substack.
Now, today.
And John said, "Too bad." I was going to put it up my blog, but
It's better than Facebook.
no kidding.
And what's wrong with Substack? What generates hate for Substack?
Apparently, some folks think you have. Apparently, some
Generate
folks
money on any platform.
that you have to.
It's not always immediately obvious to people that you can subscribe for free.
Yeah.
They assume that you have to pay money to subscribe, but you do not.
Greg wants to know if
You
the statute
can
of
if you want
limitations
to.
is wrong.
On most of them,
Yeah.
yes. Anyone who can get me for breach of patient confidentiality is either dead or long since
Yeah.
or paid off.
Yeah.
Or
Well,
institutionalized.
he has the money to do that.
They paid them off with money.
Yeah.
Those has to do with recycling brain chemicals.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
What almost broke me of that was telling an anecdote at an EMS conference 20 years after a call happened, 500 miles away from where the call happened. And one of the participants said, "Oh yeah, I remember them."
Yeah. Oh, I
Knew who it was.
I was at LibertyCon actually, telling the story of the time that one of my young E4s or E3s was getting married,
Yeah.
and the shenanigans we went through. And an author, military author, leaned down and said, "That was you?" I went, "Fuck." Sometimes I forget how small the army is,
Yeah. Or how small the military is.
or how small the military is, right?
Or how small the other worlds in the military are.
And stories are forever in the military.
Yes.
Oh yeah, yeah. Apparently,
Anyone
yeah.
who thinks the oral tradition is dead and gone.
Oh no, no.
Wally said oral tradition.
So I've got Kelly coming up. Jumpmaster Press will be up this month, and then I think Kelly next month, and then I'm gonna do one with John Ringo, and I'll snag Jim Curtis for one, and so
Yeah, Don, we did become a teaching aid from 13 years ago.
oh no kidding,
Yeah.
yes we did
That
For-
radio call
for
that,
911.
Bright and Shiny made to.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently they play that for every new
There's a
dispatcher.
guy here having sexual intercourse with a deer trachea.
Wait,
Ribs for your pleasure.
Okay. Kelly,
Excuse me, is that still attached to the deer?
Don't get us kicked off YouTube.
this was 2010, if I remember correctly,
Yeah, I think so.
was our second year that we had gone up to
First year.
No, first year.
First year.
First year of Bloggerado.
first year of Bloggerado. And we had been out at the farm shooting. We'd been out at the gun range shooting. We're on our way back to town. It's getting dark. And there are four of us, four vehicles in a row. And Kelly's leading the pack with Ray Carter and
Katie Beth.
Huh?
Katie Beth.
Katie Beth in the vehicle in a Dodge 318, little pickup.
Dodge Dakota.
Yeah, you were in the
Yeah.
you were in the truck,
With us.
and Kelly hits a deer. So we all come to a screeching halt, and the deer goes out into the field, quite a ways. Cornfield that had been just cut. So Ray, saying Ray was gay as a $3 bill is
Underestimating $3 bills.
underestimating $3 bills. Yes, Ray had literally thought we were getting him out there to kill him. So Ray has got this Model 29 in a Buscadero rig, and of course we all go out to check this deer. Kelly gets out there, finds him. Matt, Ian, myself, a couple other folks come up. First thing-
gave myself a heart attack dragging that bastard too.
First thing we all do is poke it in the eye with a gun barrel to make sure it's dead. Everybody was doing that.
Everybody that knew what
Yeah.
Had hunted before.
And Ray's standing over there going, is there something
I need to know about.
that I know? Yeah. This is how you check it's dead. And if it's not dead, you pull a friggin' trigger and it is dead. Oh.
Pretty much.
So then Matt and Ian go to drag the deer back. And it starts off, well, it's about a little bitty old deer, about 150 pounds. We're at 4,200 feet up, folks. They drag this deer about 250 yards back to the,
No, we drove it 2.5 miles.
Yeah.
I remember vividly.
It weighed 500 pounds by the time we got it to the road.
Uphill in the snow.
Yeah. So finally get it to the road. And Bob, whose ranch we had been at, has a Sawzall in the truck. So this is when Kelly finds out he can't keep the head,
Yep.
which he was really pissed
Oh,
about.
let me tell you, it was a great deer. It was the biggest deer I've killed.
8-point buck.
What'd you get with?
Took him down at a dead run with a 318 Dakota.
Yeah.
And there's a Wildcat cartridge that hits like a truck.
So we cut the deer's head off.
With
We
the Sawzall.
set it on the hood of the truck.
I yell, "Hey, who's got a cigarette?"
I put a cigarette in its mouth. Another guy puts a gimme cap on his head.
Orange hunter cap.
And somebody had called 911. I don't remember who. So meanwhile, Kelly's going, screw this. So I'm going to eat this son of a bitch after I killed him. So we're out. He's out there gutting a deer out on the side of the road.
Ditch rolling a deer.
Yeah.
And Matt's holding the deer's back legs apart. Now you got to understand, Matt's 6'8", 255.
He's a hill giant with a
Yeah.
police badge.
Big boy. So we're all standing around, and here comes Officer Bright and Shiny.
Wasn't Rita singing opera at that point?
Oh, there was a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
His first ever night on patrol by himself.
Oh, that poor child.
And he runs into you guys.
Yep.
Oh,
And
Oh, the candlestick.
I happened to be standing back because I had the traffic watch at that point. And I see him, and he's walking up, and he's got his flashlight, and he plays it on the deer head and sees the gimme cap and the cigarette. And he kind of stops. Yeah, Don
Okay.
said he was so new he squeaked.
Okay, I want y'all to get a middle image in your head. Here is Kelly Grayson. He has a deer's trachea. He is gyrating, yelling, "This is what you got when you have opposable thumbs."
Yeah.
Top
One
of the food chain, baby.
Stingray of Atomic Nerds has a deer femur, and he is jumping up and down and pounding on the ground like one of the critters from the beginning of 2001: A Space Opera or Space Odyssey. While Rita sings the opera that goes along with it.
Also, script.
Yes.
Officer Bright and Shiny flashes his flashlight across those of us that are just standing there and realizes everybody's got a gun on.
Some of us have multiple guns.
I was gonna say.
And then he flashes the light over at Kelly, Stingray, and Matt. And Kelly looks up and goes, "Hi." And I swear to God, he started to reach for his gun.
The badges started coming out.
Badges started coming out.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
His radio call back to the sheriff's office is still used today as a training tape out there.
Well, okay.
The punchline to that story is flash forward 10 years. I get a citation from a reserve game warden for allegedly shooting prairie dogs from the road. Allegedly.
Allegedly, my dying ass.
And when this game warden who was summoned to the scene puts his business card on my hotel room door and says, "Call me." And the hotel proprietor, who we think is a war criminal from Serbia,
I've met him. They're not kidding.
comes over and says, "Mr. Grayson, do not go back to the hotel. The authorities are searching for you." And our host looks at his card.
She's
She
in the
says,
chat right now.
Yeah, Dawn looks at the card and says, hold on, I'll handle this. And she says, hey, yeah, you put this card for the guy that was supposedly shooting prairie dogs from the road. Yeah. He's with us. He's harmless. Yeah. You know him. You've met him before. Yeah, about 10. He was the big guy fucking the deer trachea. The guy's like, oh, okay.
Oh, so here's Officer Bright and Shiny, who really is bright and shiny. And Ray and Don are sizing him up like he's a chew toy.
Yeah.
And he's already seen my sergeant's badge. And Ray and Don are making some kind of bet. And I said, hang on a sec. I walked up, handed my card, and said, "Deputy, can I have your card?" So he hands me a card, and I said, "Thank you." Walked back, slapped on Ray's chest, and said, "Here you go, Ray."
Yeah. Now, the funny part is, Dawn, who was there, was told that story as part of her no shit, it really happened training for dispatch.
I was there.
I believe Ray referred to him as an enticing little
Chew toy.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. That was. I have a picture somewhere of Rita fondling the coin purse, the deer, saying, "It's so warm." And behind her, you can see the deputy's eyes about that big. They're so warm.
If only that had taken that as proof of sex.
Yeah. And Don says, Deputy Bright and Shiny's most dramatic portion of the event was when he came back up and the really pretty lady was leaning down and fondling the deer. And Don says, send her the picture.
If I can find it. Yeah, and the really great thing about that, or that's one of the many photos from stuff we've done over the years
Yeah.
that shows up on the internet occasionally with, there I was. No, you weren't.
Yeah.
That deer, the deer on the hood of that Dakota with the orange hat and the cigarette, I showed up in so many pictures. I was like,
Yeah.
I got this deer. No, you didn't. I was there.
Yeah.
Unless your
Well,
name's Kelly Grayson, you didn't get that deer.
It's like the damn picture from Rita's place down in Dallas.
Oh God, yes.
Oh yeah, yeah. Where we had to stand on a bar stool and hold the camera over our head to get all the guns in
Yeah,
the picture.
And we still didn't get all the guns.
No, no.
So-
Matt Death shows up at the party divesting himself of guns like that scene in The Big Easy
Yeah.
where John Goodman is emptying his
Yeah.
pockets and he's got like 5 guns, a switchblade, a pair of brass knuckles.
It's like this army in Germany.
Yeah.
Yeah, he only gave us 3.
Yeah. So this was this was Rita's second big party. The first one I went to. We were dating at the time, and everybody said, "Let's get a picture of the guns." And it's like, so everybody starts putting guns. I don't have one. Everybody goes, "Oh, bullshit!"
And when Matt's daddy pulled 2 out,
Johnny had 2 38 Supers.
Yep.
Seriously?
no, one was a lawman, Colt lawman.
Was it?
That was the one under his shirt.
And how old was Johnny at that point?
Late 60s,
Oh, so,
mid 60s.
yeah.
Matt pulls out a Glock 19 and sits it on the counter. And we just looked at him and, come on, man. Seriously. He's like, that's what I got. Oh, horse manure. I know for a fact you've got a Chief Special on you somewhere and a Kel-Tec P3AT. I would like to see them. You can put them back in your pocket after the picture, but he's like, I don't like this disarming stuff.
And he had at least one more on his ankle that he
Mhm.
never reached for.
No, I Rita got a hold of me, and I put one on the table. Kelly's giving the hairy eyeball. That was the party. I was afraid I was going to shoot that kid.
Yeah, you and a bunch of other people. There was a line, trust me.
Somebody had showed up. Rita didn't actually know who he was. She thought he was a.
Yeah, Holly did. Johnny did usually
Carry
carry
two.
2.
So this kid in a long black trench coat and a Maxpedition Mongo Versapack that he's hugging the entire time he's sitting amongst all these people. And the only one that wasn't having a real good time. And
We used to call that probable cause.
yeah, right. So I'm watching this kid, and I get a little. I was not nearly as civilized as I am now, so I got enough of people pretty quick, and I went out back to breathe, and I was out about there breathing. And Rita came out and make sure I was okay. We were kissing, and I looked up over Rita's head. And I saw this kid on her back deck looking down at us with the expression that I had just smothered baby Jesus in the crib. I thought, I'm gonna have to shoot this little bastard.
That's the one where when you finally showed up to the party, you walked in and someone said, "Hey, it's Law Dog."
Oh,
And you
God.
didn't even break stride. You just
Yeah.
about face and walked right back out the door. It's like, nope, I've been recognized. I have to go now.
Whoo! Oh.
I just figured it out. You're Law Dog.
Oh Jesus! I was a. Rita's been kind of a civilizing influence on me, and I deal with people a lot better now than I used to.
Yeah.
Woo!
And Dawn had that friggin' star. So
The stainless steel cereal box.
yeah. So Matt looks at her and goes, "Who's carrying the stainless steel brick?" Largest person in the room is the smallest person in the room.
Yeah, because here's Matt with a J frame.
Yeah.
That literally fits in the palm of his
He's a
hand.
human ransom rest.
Because he's large. He is a very large mammal. And here's Dawn, who's itty bitty, even itty bittier then than she is
Yeah.
now. And she's got the cereal box, and he's
Yeah.
got the
Matt-
noisy cricket.
Matt could actually make a Glock 27 disappear in his hand.
I've got pictures of him palming a Desert Eagle,
Yeah.
full size 50 Deagle. He's got his hand over it, and you cannot see the deagle.
Yeah.
Man, it's
Got some mitts on him.
He does.
Yeah.
What's really amazing about Matt and his dad, Johnny was a mentor of mine and a role model. That sounds bad. Never mind. I would see all these
Well,
read
he
all
was Jim Wilson's role model too.
yeah, right. I would read all this stuff that in gun magazines about these impossible shots, and then we get out there, and there's a picture of Johnny leaning back against Matt's legs, and he's shooting a snubby, J-frame snubby, that way.
325 yards.
Yeah, what you don't see is he's shooting at a barrel 325 yards out and hitting it.
Yeah, Nancy, Matt's hands are as big as Hickok 45s.
At least.
I'm trying to sight in a 17 HMR at 100 yards in these swirling winds, and I'm having a hard time getting it on paper with all the wind blowing on. Meanwhile, Johnny and Matt are amusing themselves by ringing the gong at 100 yards, 8-inch steel with their 1911s.
Yeah.
Yep.
Offhand. I'm like, I hate you so much. I hate you.
Well, you didn't get on one a couple of years later when we were shooting the clays at 100 yards.
Yes.
That was fun.
Yeah.
38s versus rifles. And
It's like, yeah. And they were. And the funny thing about it is I asked Johnny where he was holding.
Yeah.
When he was shooting at the barrel at 325 yards. I asked, where are you holding? He said, left cloud. He's just mortaring it in.
He's the epitome of the old man with one gun. Don't run, you'll die tired.
yeah.
I miss that old bugger.
And then trying to teach you how to use the spotting scope to do the wind.
Yeah.
One of the
You're not going to hit that fucking prairie dog.
Shut up.
Kelly, for those who don't know, Kelly's a hell of a wing shot.
Yes.
If you hand him a shotgun, he does magic with it.
Yeah.
I've actually trying to be sneaky. I've loaded up a clay, and Kelly will be standing there telling a story with an empty 870 and a round, and I'll fling the clay, and he'll finish the story, drop the round in, pop the clay, and go back to telling his story.
Yeah, Kelly is much better shotgun than I am. But
Yeah.
I will give him a run for his money with a rifle.
Oh, you are a far better rifle shot than I am. You can shoot small little groups at obscene distances all the live long day. Now, give me something small and vital size and moving. No problem. I'll shoot a squirrel on the head at 100 yards offhand
Yeah.
with my gun. Don't ask me to hit a target like that. No.
If you can go hog hunting with Kelly, I suggest you do
Yeah.
it. He actually shoots hogs with a 17 rimfire.
Yeah.
And it's incredible to watch.
Thus far, I've never been treed. I have been treed with a 22 long rifle, but never the 17 rimfire.
They made it.
They made it. We had RK and Mikado are here. We are just filling up the peanut gallery today. Let's see. We've told stories.
Yeah.
We had a rant.
We haven't had anything from Cedar.
Y'all went off into some pretty funny stories. I was giggling, and I'm over here trying to. I'm working on the Spurglements logo.
Spurglements. Eat a bag of spurglements.
So we have something that will be
Welcome.
I hope everybody that's in the chat has figured out. We put illustrations in the last Raconteur Press book, and that's not the only thing we're doing to harken back to the good old days of pulp magazines.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we'll be introducing something else. So
Some things else.
some things else.
I
So
killed Jim again in the last story.
Yeah.
did you?
I figured I killed Salty Jim Curtis, the private Salty Jim Curtis. Now I'll kill First Lieutenant Jim Curtis's dad in the origin story.
Oh, Wombat
Colonel
Prime's,
Roggenby's in there as well.
Wombat Prime's on here, by
Yeah.
the way.
Yeah, hey,
He'll be
Wombat
here
Prime.
tomorrow.
Yeah, we got to get him a name tag.
Yeah.
We got to give him a morale patch that says Wombat Prime.
Don, the one thing I remember about you at that first get together was how you were running conversation to conversation to conversation, trying to listen to everybody and figure out who everybody was. Oh, that's not a bad idea. Spurgleman ads should feel like they should be done like Burma shave.
Yeah, like every 50 yards.
Um,
Yeah.
Greg Rodabout says, Kelly, feel free to redshirt me.
Yeah.
Consider it done.
Yeah.
You will die in the next. You will die.
Brian says Wombat Prime has a new red shirt that he should have on Saturday.
Oh God.
Oh,
You have some choice lines in that.
Yeah.
do I?
Oh yeah. It's like, where was Cinnamon the one you swiped her ass with a credit card and said, "Put me down for 20"? I don't know what the problem is, sir. She knows I'm good for it.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Greg says, excellent, make it good and gory.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he said, oh yeah.
Throw in some strippers with glitter just for fun.
Yeah.
We are going to get Kelly up the charts as a best-selling author if it hair lips the Pope.
Yeah. Yeah, some of us, Kelly's getting back at us for what we've already done to him in other books.
That's true.
I don't.
I am not on the same list.
Okay. As far as hugging me, if I know you, I'm a tactile person. I do hugs. If I don't know you, we'll get around to it.
He does the struggle hug.
Struggles are a thing. So I know Dawn, I know Liz. I have no problem with hugging either one of them. Random strangers,
Yeah.
I have a get the fuck off me knife for a reason.
It's just not polite. To
The
go
hugs
and
I'm
hug
okay
random
with. It's the
people.
fondling my ass that goes a little bit too far.
But you'll get over it.
You're so
Depending
gentle.
on the person.
You're so gentle. I mean, it's
Yeah, that's what Ray said, wasn't it?
So Frank's check liver light is on, and he's tendered his resignation. You guys know.
poor Frank.
Welcome the new Frank, same as the old Frank.
No, it's red.
Fred would be on loan from Sarah Hoyt. We got Frank. She's got hit Fred.
Yeah.
My
Yeah,
my
Burma
job with
shave.
every podcast has been to get Ernest a NC-17 rating. It's within 5 minutes.
What Frank doesn't know is he's been extended indefinitely.
Yeah.
So we need to write a story with Frank and Fred in a buddy cop
Yeah.
situation.
Oh dear. Wait a minute.
Sarah made me hug you, and I'm not a touch person. Yeah, it differs.
Squirrels, glow sticks.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Lost your glow stick.
I did. Oh well.
I thought it'd been derailed.
Yeah.
If it had rails, I would say it was derailed, but my trains of thought very seldom have rails.
I'm just happy to be sitting in this building able to breathe.
I'm happy to see you, buddy.
Yeah.
I'm
We
happy.
all
I'm
are.
happy to see
Color is
you
good, so.
less of you.
It's
Yeah.
About,
And I
about
say
90
that
pounds less of me than
I
it
say
was
that
when I was up
with
here
all the
last
love in the world for my brother.
Yeah, Burma shave signs used to be Route 66 was one of the places. A lot of highways in Louisiana, Mississippi, Texas, all across the South had Burma shave. I think they were up in Ohio.
They were everywhere.
I know they were all across the West.
on Highway 27 between DeQuincy, Louisiana, and Sulphur.
Yeah.
Highway 27 South. There is a church that puts up Bible verses and stuff like Burma shave signs.
Yeah.
So you drive along, but there's also people who put up their garage sale signs. So as you're driving along, just imagine it's a preacher who has Tourette's.
Yeah.
And it's like, judge not, lest ye be judged. Free,
Free
clothing,
puppies.
free puppies, silverware, make offer.
Yeah. Yeah, farmers' barns with ads painted on the walls.
Oh yeah.
There were still a couple up in Virginia. Yeah, the old mail pouch ones.
Yeah.
And there was one going up 360 into West Virginia that still had an American flag on it. And it was a 48-star flag.
There it is.
All the Sea Rock City signs.
For those of you who don't know what Kelly mentioned earlier, Kelly tried to die last year.
There is the deer head with Kelly.
That was a 150 class whitetail. He had a
Oh,
22 inch inside
It
spread,
might have been
man.
a 130.
Okay, I'll say 130 because he was an 8-point. If he'd had 2 more points, it'd have been a 150.
Yeah.
Main beams were nice and thick.
We
good
had
spread.
this argument.
Yeah, and I'll say
Since
you
the
the same
last
thing I
13
told the
years.
snippy little EMT who says she's a Boone and Crockett score. Shut up.
So Kelly, y'all get on me for having pericarditis for 14 months. My brother from another mother decided to get a deep vein thrombosis and sit on it for how long?
I don't know. However, it was from Tolcon the previous year to here.
Over a year.
Yeah, over a year, 13 months, and had my pulmonary embolus at Fool's Con last year, and like to have killed me.
And
Something that's not gonna happen again.
I certainly hope not.
one of the
But you're in the insurance policy, dear. Where are you not?
what would have been Kelly's last words ever was when he looked at his roommate and said, "Don't you dare call an ambulance."
That's right. Well, I had it in my mind. Oh my God, this is the same hospital that was about to take Ian to the cath lab for his pericarditis. Perhaps I should try to hold out and get to a bigger hospital.
Not can't say I argue with your train of thought.
When I got back 2 days later and saw my physician, told him what had happened, and I had kind of diagnosed that I had a PE, because I spent 45 minutes in my truck dying, so I could trying to figure it out so I could have the satisfaction of dying while knowing what killed me. And as I was walking out of the doctor's office, I said, "Hey, another thing, side note, not related to this, I might need an MRI of my left calf." And he said, "What's going on with that?" And I said, "I think I've had the nagging muscle strain for about a year now, and it's just getting to be a problem." And he looked over at my calf and looked up at me and said, "Do you realize how freaking much larger your left calf is than your right?" And I went, "Well, shit, now that you point it out, I do." He said, "Oh, God, you are so stupid." Sure enough, had a DVT in there about that long.
Yeah.
Now it's about that long. So
It's coming down.
it may be entirely gone by now.
Yeah.
Next goal is to get off the blood thinners and get off the blood pressure medicine.
Yep. Oh, you're gonna
Cross my fingers that
lose another 100 pounds.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Well, about 7.
the way you're going, you're gonna be fine.
I'd say.
Yeah.
My resting heart rate's already down to 52, 53.
That's good.
Yeah, I don't think it got below 120 last year
Yeah.
when all this is going on. So
Yeah.
Well, I've never could understand why people are wrapped around the axle about my 14 months with basically pericarditis that turned to endocarditis and myocarditis. And then Kelly did this. And I went, "Oh, that's why."
Yeah.
Yeah, schmuck.
as the ultrasound tech said, "You didn't have a DVT." So I'm pretty sure I had a DVT. Oh, it would hurt too bad for you to be in here. How long you had it? About a year. Oh, it would have broke off and killed you by now. Gave it a good college try about 3 days ago. It hurt too bad. You don't know many paramedics, do you?
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Yep.
Yeah.
5 minutes later, well, damn, you made a liar out of me. This thing is huge.
Yeah.
I spent that whole weekend. I spent that whole weekend because I couldn't go. I couldn't come because of my mom's wedding. And I
Yeah.
spent the whole weekend
Worrying about me.
wishing I was up here with y'all. Thank God I wasn't, because I freaked out and told today.
It's like, oh, that's why people are mad at me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Well, we're not in that. We don't consider ourselves to be in that demographic who has major health problems like that, you know.
I still don't, even though I am a man of a certain age.
Yeah, something happens to Jim, it's no big surprise. You know.
Thank
Jesus,
you.
You know, warranty's out on you for 50
Yeah.
years now.
Yeah.
PSA.
It's good, but I knew it was good because I practice good prostate health.
Yeah.
Lemon.
Make it a point to practice good prostate.
We
health.
are just going to leave that one where it is and move on.
Yeah.
Even my doctor said TMI. He said I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
TMI, Kelly. Yep, TMI. All the, yeah.
Yeah.
Pergovin's alternates as a prostate tool.
Speaking of being a
Not
certain
big
age,
enough.
40 is the new 50 with respect to colonoscopies. Yeah.
Those are fun.
Yeah, you kids, you have that to look forward to.
Well, I remember having my prostate exam, and the doctor said, "Just calm down, Ed. Don't get an erection. It's just a prostate exam." And I said, "My name's Kelly." He said, "Oh, I know that. My name's Ed."
Yeah. Did he remember to take the ring off? That's when you hope you get a female doctor because the finger's smaller.
The what I am, I was telling the folks here earlier. I don't take pharmacological medicines. The most I'll take is an Aleve, and that's generally when my carditis acts up. I'll take an Aleve. So when I went in for my borescoping,
Yeah.
The lace, the
True, Dawn.
the person that makes you go to sleep said, "We're going to get you some fentanyl. Don't worry about it. It's not going to kill you. And then we'll follow up with some propofol." I said, "Okay." So she hit me with fentanyl, picked the propofol, and my ass was out. Apparently, I am a lightweight.
Did they find any pitting in there?
Nope.
The rifling, the lands
Bright-
grooves are still
yeah,
sharp.
Bright and clean, sharp and shiny.
And Don says you got to hope you get a lesbian female doctor. They keep the nails short. I can just
I'm just,
See
I've got to
one
go.
with a
I've got to go
6-inch
have mine later this year, and I'm wondering if they'll find that bubble gum I swallowed when I was 7.
My little brother actually, I'm going to get him on here one of these times. Actually showed up when he swapped out doctors because his doctor retired. And we're at the age where the doctors are retiring. That sucks. And he actually told the doctor, "Hold up your hand," got out a tape measure and checked. Yes, that's Chris. And
See, I had Cologuard one year. Have you guys ever? Now, see, we have devolved into a live stream talking about our bowel movements and our ailments. God, we are old.
the Navy doc
I had
who had a fake hand for a prostate exam. I do have a story along that line.
my doc had me do Cologuard one year, which you only have to have the colonoscopy if something comes back.
Yeah.
But basically, Cologuard is you poop in a cup and mail it off.
yeah,
Yeah, they did that with my husband just recently because
So,
they did
yeah.
find something in his.
I brought my stuff to the
colonoscopy.
post office, and the clerk started opening. It was like,
don't want
I
to do
can
that.
guarantee you there are no gunpowder or flammables or lithium batteries, but other than that, you don't want to know what's in there. Okay, just leave it as is.
Padre was talking about the Navy doc who had a fake hand for the prostate exams. We had a particular asshole in the squadron that nobody cared for. He was an academy puke. And the flight surgeon had about enough of this kid. So one of the other guys happened to be over there to see him just ahead of this guy. So Doc had him wait around. And of course, comes time for the prostate exam. So he bends the guy over, and the other guy reaches around the curtain and puts his hand on his shoulder, while Doc puts his hand on the other shoulder as he ramps. My understanding is he came out of the exam room and down the hall with his shorts around his knees, yelling.
It's awkward.
Yeah.
You wonder, you ask the doc, where should I put my pants? And when he says over in the corner next to mine,
Yeah.
beware.
Yeah.
Oh, poor Frank. Oh dear.
Yeah.
And the,
Don says, check engine light's been on for a few years, throwing a code about joints. Yeah.
no kidding.
Yeah. That's
God,
the other one.
I got a call one time. I was out by myself up in the Panhandle. I got a call about a man being murdered at the Allsops. And so I haul butt there because somebody's being murdered at Allsops. And I checked the parking lot and nobody's there. So I catfoot inside and I see the clerk and she's all, it's like, the hell? And then I hear a scream. And it sounded like some guy was being skinned alive with a pissed off cat. And it's like, where that? And she says, she's in the bathroom. He's being murdered. It's like, oh, shit.
Literally.
I sneak down the aisle and of the bathroom door, and another shriek. And I mean, it's one of these things that he's being portioned out. I kick open the door, and there's a guy sitting on the commode, and he has a death grip with his right hand on the grunt bar and a death grip on the toilet paper dispenser. And he's just
Trying to pass a pine cone.
I looked at him and said, "What the hell?" He said, "Kidney stone." It's like, I shut the door.
Kidney stone.
Yeah.
I shut the door, and I swear to God, through the door, I heard a clink, and oh God, like, everything okay in there? It is now. Okay.
I've gotten to where I can pass kidney stones with zero pain now. I'm just like,
I never want to get there.
No,
no pain at all. It doesn't even hurt me.
I don't believe you.
Oh, I'm just
Ah,
ever since I shot one out about the size of a 150 grain 9mm bullet or 110 grain 9mm.
How the hell did you manage that?
It was dramatic. Let's just say I fished it out of the urinal for a souvenir because that sucker was impressive.
damn.
And it came with no warning. But when I was taking the narcotics after my neck surgery, note to self, children: if you're taking narcotics every day, take stool softeners,
Yeah.
or you will have a new 10 on the pain scale.
Yeah.
Yes, the pine cone of death, aka the broken cinder block,
Yeah.
is not. If you've been on MREs for 2 weeks,
Yeah.
I will give you an old sergeant's piece of advice. Save a pack of the peanut butter, and when you get back to barracks, get a Dr. Pepper on your way through the squad room. Then you go find the most comfortable train seat, park yourself, squeeze the peanut butter, then shotgun the Dr. Pepper, grab the grunt bars, and hang on for dear life. Because MREs, everything in there, while not technically dehydrated, does not have as much hydration as one might like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if you got the old good ones where you had the fruit bar cookie and
Yeah.
the strawberry cookie, which was square and looked remarkably like dehydrated fruit.
Yeah, hard to tell the difference. Is that a cracker? Is that pound cake? Is it graham cracker? I don't know.
So we're saying that somewhere between the mouth and the other end, there is some expansion.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I'm just so looking forward to dinner tonight, guys.
I'm an EMT.
Solidification is what it's what I'd go with. Because I've seen guys actually blow blood vessels in their eyes
Oh yeah.
trying that first MRE log after 2 weeks.
Well, let's just say when
Yeah.
you don't know desperation until you've called your ex-wife, who is a nurse, for help. when your own girlfriend says, "I'm not that good of a girlfriend," call somebody else.
How about the poor kid on the flight crew with you that takes 2 Lomatels?
Ooh.
Why?
Oh man,
He had huh?
Why?
you can drop a Lomatil in the Red River, and there'll be a sandbar there the next day.
Yeah. He was having problems, so he took one out of the emergency kit on the airplane on pre-flight, and about 3 hours later, took a second one. And 2 days later, he was in the hospital.
It'll put the brakes on boiled okra.
Yeah.
There's a phrase.
It'll put the brakes on boiled okra.
If you've ever had boiled okra,
If you've ever felt like you to lay on your stomach and shit into a Martin box, Lomatil is the drug for you.
yeah.
There's a TikTok video going around of some kid that drinks an entire bottle of magnesium citrate because somebody told him he couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I just,
Now, see, I chugged.
Is it a good idea?
I chugged 2 bottles of mag citrate, no problem. But I was well motivated. I was well motivated. I was like, please, God, please. I wonder how quick it works.
Yeah.
You can do anything. It's in my opinion, whether or not it's a good idea or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. My
Michael.
grandfather told my dad, "You can do anything you want if you're willing to pay for it."
yes.
What's the whole saying? Anything's a dildo if you're brave enough.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Jesse says, "Go lightly" is badly misnamed. Yes.
No kidding.
No.
Go lightly. There's nothing lightly about the go on that thing.
You check the toilet afterwards, and I will offer an anecdote. Speaking of go lightly, but it wasn't. I didn't go lightly, and I didn't take that. But if you've ever put on just an absolute epic drunk with tequila, Bacardi 151, and a 50 Jägermeister.
That's surprisingly specific.
Yeah, I know. I lost a game of quarters and had to ride a Greyhound bus for 6 hours the next day, and got to the bathroom and decided that I had to throw up. And one thing is my kryptonite, and that's the smell of bananas.
Oh.
And I puked in that toilet, and it's basically a portalette on wheels. And
Yep.
what deodorizer did they use? The
Bananas.
banana scented deodorant. So I started the god awful chain reaction yowf and just kept going to the point that I lost control of my bowels and had to sit on the toilet and throw up into the sink to make sure that everything made it into the proper receptacle. I just knew that I was going to reach Atlanta, Georgia, and they would find my mummified corpse on that toilet, just purged of all bodily fluids. But oh my God.
Dehydration is a thing, yes.
You get up and check the toilet for your shoelaces. And,
Spine. Spine.
And on that note, folks, we've wasted another hour of your
and
time.
gross you out for 45 minutes of it.
This is such a crappy stream. Yeah, obviously we got 18 likes.
It's a good change the title on it when you post it.
Yeah.
18 likes and 41 people watching.
Well, but this time you know why there's disappointment.
Yeah.
Funny story.
Oh,
Dad
well, anyway, folks.
Thanks for getting this stuff off YouTube.
I think we are going to this one.
Yeah.
It was the week of my birthday, so we would always get him for my birthday. So he comes in.
Just a way to pass the time.
The day before or the day of Thanksgiving, he comes in with this giant robot dog for a birthday present, and of course I love it. So I'm sitting over there playing with it while my mom is making banana pudding for while my mom is making banana pudding to take over to my neighbor's for Thanksgiving.
That's an abomination unto God and
Yeah.
a waste of good vanilla wafers.
Anyway,
So I'm sitting here playing with my little dog, and
Remember, don't pet the sweaty stuff. Don't sweat the petty stuff.
We're gonna be at Fool's Con, so we'll see y'all. If we don't see you this weekend, we'll see you Tuesday.
Yeah.
Y'all be
Tuesday
safe.
could be interesting.
Uh,
Bye bye.
Okay, so you're playing with the dog. No.